I'm just going to give you a quick look round. This is a first video for Grow It with Joe. I'm going to show some radishes, some cabbage, and I've recycled all sorts of pots and things for me to do that. Okay, let me take you outside and show you around. I got these from a local garden centre. They were just throwing them out. Lots of spare wood and slabs. This is our free greenhouse we got, polycarbonate one, which was a complete nightmare to put up, have to be honest with you. But there it is out. That's the bottom of that is from my mother-in-law, and the top of that my husband's made. These are the beds, we've just got them covered, and we'll do some no-dig beds here and here. My husband's put a fence along, I'll track you along gently, because we have 2 dogs and they like to get out. So as you can see, I've got other beds here, all covered, ready for planting out. This is the compost bin. I will put some pictures in of what it looked like when we got the plot. But there's lots and lots of good stuff in there. However, it's quite difficult to get to because it's about 10 foot deep. Yeah. So, but there is lots of usable earth in there. Got some beautiful trees. This is the free, and I put that in inverted commas, shed. We had to put a new floor in and a new roof. But here it is. So once again, we went to the garden centre. Got all this free. This shelving. And this down here. I'm not really selling goat's milk, don't worry. Of course, I've got the obligatory stove and all the things you need. I'm saving milk bottles at the minute, and water bottles, and all different types of things. Round here, this pond was left here, and we actually call this allotment Sheila's shed, because I wanted my girlfriends to come and join me if they wanted to. Instead of calling it a man shed or a woman shed, I call it Sheila's shed, which we all have a laugh about every time we say it. So a couple of friends dug that in for us. As you can see, it's with all the rain we've had lately, starting to fill up. Luckily we can get free wood chip here, which is great. And I once again went to the garden centre, got loads of this cardboard to put down. Got these 2 bits of polycarbonate, probably about 6 foot by 4 foot, free. Loads of pallets we've got free. There's beautiful robin up there. I won't put the camera up there because it's really, really sunny, which is beautiful. We've got, with the greenhouse, we've got this water barrel, and my husband had already put all this up. He put this little veranda out so I can sit outside, as you can see, and be covered if it starts raining. We're going to make this into another compost of new stuff. I'm going to put pallets around it, and that's our water barrel. And I also got this water barrel, and it's brand new from the tip for £5, which is, you know, the tip marketplace, local marketplace. You know, I've managed to get, the garden centre, as I'm saying, loads of free stuff. And I think if you're keen on doing that sort of thing, then it's really, really worth getting out there and having a look. Oh yeah, you've got all this glass, but it's Georgian wire cast and Georgian wire polished glass, so it is very heavy. But we are going to make a cold frame, so it's either out of this polycarbonate or out of this glass. Anyway, I will keep you updated with that. Okay, so it's 8 rods, this plot. All of that stuff over here, this is part of ours as well. We need to, obviously brambles have completely overtaken it, but that's fine, we can deal with that at a later date. Yeah, but at least we got some usable beds right from the get-go, which were already made. So I think we're very lucky with this plot, because I know some people take on plots and they're a complete nightmare. where they're like 6 foot of brambles, etc. Okay, I'm going to take you back into the greenhouse again. Okay, here we are in the greenhouse. I bought this from B&Q for £7.50. So I got 2 of them, one for home, one for here, because I've got a little greenhouse at home as well. Got all my seeds at home, which I'll show you. Our children like pot noodles. This isn't just a week's worth, I hasten to add. My father-in-law's in a care home, so we got all these water bottle things, and I'm thinking about growing my carrots in them. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking at the minute, so we shall see. Because actually I've got lots of stones on this plot, and the trouble is with stones and carrots is they all grow a bit wonky. And also I thought with a top on it, then we would stop carrot root fly, which is a bit of a nightmare. All this staging came free with the greenhouse, which I was really chuffed about. I also saved these. We buy chicken in, you know, big pots, so I wash these out and save these because I've got no holes in, so when you're watering seeds, it's quite good to water them from the bottom sometimes, because obviously you don't want to disturb the seeds. So I just put water in them and pot up. I don't drink milk, I have because I've got an intolerance to it, so I drink soya milk. And I'm going to cut this in half, and here's my seed compost. I just use it as a thing to be able to shift it from one place to another. I did sellotape, it's proper greenhouse tape, because this is a polycarbonate greenhouse. So I've taped up all of the individual panels. We shall see how that goes, but I mean, it can't hurt, that's for certain. Right, I'm going to set the camera up, and then I'm going to get on and do some potting. Okay, what I'm going to do with these milk bottles is cut them in half with a hinged lid. I'll show you. Okay, so the lid will go back like that. And what I'm going to do is put compost in here, and then I can close these back up. Things like my cabbage, which I can then put outside. So they're going straight outside because they're going to be in a warm environment, because I will sellotape this up. They'll be in a warm environment, and I'll be able to leave them outside. You leave this open as well so they get watered with the rain. So next thing is I'm going to use my drawn in this sown mix. Don't have to use that, of course, just what I picked up from the garden centre. Just gone to our local shop, bought some perlite and vermiculite. Don't have to have both of these things, but I do like it for drainage, and it certainly helps the seeds to grow. So I like to make up a mixture to make my own potting mix. Okay, so here's my potting mix with some vermiculite in it, with some perlite, sorry, in it. I think the first thing I'm going to do is some cabbage. This is Offenham 2 Flower of Spring. So it's saying sow March to May. Okay, so because you want your seeds to have a good start, we are going to, because we obviously want contact with soil, which is obviously the most important part of germination. So I'll just tamper that down a bit, open up the seeds. I'm going to do across the top there, because obviously I will in the end thin them out. Oh my lord, I'll have that many now. Right, So as you can see, I'm just spreading them across, and we will thin them out. I'm terrible thinning out though. I get really sad for the seeds. I think, oh, you've grown. So yeah, a bit of a nightmare with thinning out. I'm just going to put them back in. Oh, and some in the compost mix. Oh my goodness, I'm just putting that in there. Oops. Right, okay. Tamper it down, put some on the top. Of course, now we want to give it, I mean, this compost is a bit damp anyway, so that's why I haven't watered it before. So what I'm going to do now, you would just laugh if you saw this set up, because I didn't know I was going to record today, and I just thought, just get on with it, Joanne. One procrastinates too much, don't we? Right, okay, so look, I've put some water in there, and obviously we've put holes in the bottom. I'm just going to give it, just going to tamper that down. So basically what we're looking at is contact with the underneath soil and contact with the top soil for germination. I am just, because these seeds aren't too strong. Oh god, that's a funny old one. This is my mum's old watering can, and it's coming more out the top than it is out of the spout, so maybe something's stuck in there. I just thought I'd bring this one down because it's an old one, but wow, that's a funny old watering can. That's directly from the 80s, I tell you. Right, so obviously I need to put a name on that, and I haven't bought a pen. I think there might be a pencil somewhere. Let me go into the shed. Let's go and have a look. Oh dear, organised as ever. Right. Okay, yeah, so there were some, I did have some of these. This is how organised I am today. So look in here. My husband did have a pencil somewhere. Oh, pencil. Yeah. Right. Oh, I do like my organisation. Right, here we go.
Are they likely to want to go?
Okay, so back on camera. I was just chatting to my neighbour, and this one is called Offenham cabbage. Oh! Oh, don't feel like my boobs are big enough to hold it up at the minute. I mean, they are, but they're not doing the job today. Right, and the date is the 27th of the 2nd. Right, so I'm also going to write cabbage on this as well. Oh, she says, no, I'm out on that. No, I'll have to get a, I've got a Sharpie at home. So I'm going to plant the rest of the seeds up like that. I think I'm going to do some carrots in here, like I said earlier. I'm not going to do that today, because I've got to take my dog to the vet because he was castrated last week. So I'm going to tape this up, leave it in the water, and then I'm going to put that one outside. Oh god, pot noodles. I thought I might put these sweet pea mix in them. Now these I got from Poundland, and guess what, they were actually £1. You know when you go and buy things from Poundland and it's £2.50? That always makes me chuckle. But yeah, so I'm going to just pop some of them up in, my husband's put a hole in the bottom, so let's put some. So I'm going to do, tamper that down. Let's have a look at the size of them. You always make things so hard to open up. Right, okay, so I'm going to put in 3 in each, I think. 2, 3. So you're looking at my hand and not what I'm doing. You are. I'm going to take that out, temper it down. Sweet peas. I'm going to go in the water, do you? I don't know what's going there. 27th of the 2nd. By the way, I'm not an organised gardener. I watched this amazing channel the other day. Ely and Kate, I think it was. I had absolute greenhouse envy because hers was immaculate, and not only was it immaculate, it was so organised. She had all of the right things to eat. Right, I'm just going to put them up there a minute. I'm trying to do it one-handed now because it's fallen off my straps from my hood. So it was a good idea. But it's now, all I did was tie them around the phone. I thought it was quite a good idea actually. I was just thinking, how am I going to hold this phone? Right, sprinkle that on the top, temper it down, put that in there. Let's see if this silly, let's watch this again. Alright, because it's a bit lower now, it's not coming out the top. Da-da-da, and that. Yeah, I have actually got another YouTube channel because I also oh, so it's this coming out the top. I also craft, and that's called Reaping Craft. I do that with my mum. We enjoy doing that. I'll put that link in the description in case you're a crafter as well, like I am. I don't actually work, so I am very lucky. Right, I think I'm just going to cut it there because doing it one-handed is a bit hard. But you can see I've put holes in the bottom of this milk bottle. Filled it up. These are cabbage in there. I've scatter sown them, sorry. I'm going to tape that up. I'm going to get my Sharpie down here and then write on cabbage on it as well. And I've got 2 lots of sweet peas in here. I'm also today going to sow some radish. These are also from Poundland. These are from my magazine, Kitchen Garden. I quite like that magazine. And we've also got some French breakfast. I'm not going to do these today, but I am going to do them in there because I think that's a really good idea. Because I think I'll be able to give myself some nice soil in there, sieved soil. I may not use all that compost because that's just a ridiculous amount of compost to have to go in there. So I'll go and sieve some of the soil out of my compost heap that you saw. And put these in. And I'm also going to sow today some lettuce salad bowl, which will be nice, which says I can sow from February. So I will come back, not doing that one, I will come back when I've done more of these and you can see what I've done. So why do I want an allotment? Lots of reasons really. I've had 2 before at the wrong times in my life. Now I'm not working, it's a lot better. But as you can hear, the sound of the birds, the peace and quiet, the ability to have space actually is something for me which is very important. And just being at one with nature really. I really like being outside, and we have got a garden. and I have got like a 6x4 greenhouse, very small, but I just wanted to do some veg. And the idea of an allotment is more about community life as well, which I really like the idea of. So I think Grow It With Joe will hopefully amuse you as you follow me on this little pathway to growing some veg this year. I'm not going to go mad. Well, I am mad, but I'm not going to grow mad or madder. I might grow madder because I like to dye some plants. Oh goodness, the sun's doing a bit of a funny thing there. No. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure you can see half of me. So yeah, it's just, yeah, as you can see, that had a hole in it from when we picked it up. So the water's only going to go so far with that one, but then I'll link it into another. Well, my husband will link it into another. I'm talking about the water butt now. Sorry, I do that all the time. I just change. My husband just drives him nutty that I'm talking about something else when I was talking about another thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the journey with me. It's not going to be a serious channel, but it's, you know, it's about what you can achieve with our climate, which is changing all the time. So we are wetter now than we used to be, and less cold, which is okay, but it's also a bit of a nightmare where it comes to planting. I have a face of two sides. I should talk like that. Anyway, I'm going to catch you up with what I've done later on. I'm going to go home because I've got to take the dog to the vet and get a Sharpie so I can write on my milk bottles as well on the outside, so that you're not having to open them up all the time to see what's growing inside. So I'm going to do that. I've done 4 of them, I think, and a couple of pot noodle pots. I have got some pots, don't get me wrong, but I saw this online and I just thought, you know, we've just got so much rubbish, and that we all consume. So I just thought it'd be really good to be able to use and recycle the rubbish that we have, because my family drink milk. So I'm really happy for you to be here and joining me on this voyage of vegetable and flowers, because we are going to do flowers as well, discovery. And we shall see how the plot changes within these months. So at the minute we're on the 27th of February. So getting into the spring soon, which will be really nice. And I shall link some of the channels below as well that I've been watching that make me laugh, and because I don't like anything too serious. Although I do like watching Charles Dowding with the no dig method and the way he explains things. I found him really helpful. But anyway, I will chuck some descriptions, some channels below, because I just think it's really good, you know, being able to have some other people to watch as well. Anyway, I shall see you all later. Bye. Okay, so I went home and got I couldn't find my Sharpie, so I've got an indelible pen. And I'm just gonna seal all these up now. Some of them I'm gonna put inside, leave inside. And I've got to open this stupid tape. This isn't the best tape, I've got to admit. Gaffer tape's better. There are my spring onions. They can sit in there nicely. I also did some more sweet peas, because that's only 9, which isn't a lot. I can have better luck with this one. Oh, this is plain ball a bit more. Well done, radishes. I need to get inside. this tape's so pain. Right, radishes. And I have bought some name tags because I had run out. I've been using the same ones for years. But because I've got my new allotment, I don't like using plastic ones. I was using my mum's Magnum. These ones are not very good. But anyway, right, let's put sweet peas. And the date. It's always good to write the date so you know when germination is. So we've got sweet peas, lettuce, spring onions, radish, and my cabbage for outside. Tomorrow, let's just move you up. Tomorrow I'm going to do the carrots, like we said. So I'm going to maybe cut one of them in half today and go and get some soil and sieve it. I might just do it all on camera tomorrow, I can't decide. I can't decide hands. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you come back. Do all the usual, like, subscribe, be really great, share to like-minded people, and I look forward to seeing you again, hopefully next week. Bye!